You know, the thing about like doing that is that it's never ending. Oh, yes, morning, Faves. Welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Fee here. Whoo, girls. Today we are trying to come up out of our funk. That is what we're trying to do. School starts for the kids in about a week. I think exactly a week. They go back next Tuesday, and I need to get this house in order, which means I got to get my life in order. So I decided to take all of the clothes that were sitting in multiple corners of my bedroom. I decided to hang them up, fold them up, put them up, just do a general reset. But you know, the thing about like doing that is that it's never ending. Like it's never done. You're like, whoo, all the baskets are clear. And then you go to the laundry room and there's two more loads waiting for you to wash them. Like the hampers are full. So we are going to do a full-on reset. Today we need to tidy up the bathroom, the sink. We need to do some laundry. We need to straighten my closet, tidy up the living room, the kitchen, clean out the fridge, do a little vacuuming. Like there's several things that I've just kind of been putting on the back burner, I guess. Now obviously my husband does his part, the kids, the housekeeper, but everything still always needs mama's touch. So that is pretty much my intent of today. I'm not going to do too much else. I don't really plan on leaving the house at all if I can help it. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to get this done. And I'm hoping that I don't have a little bit of, what would you call it? A little ADHD stint. Because although I'm not diagnosed, girl, I do tend to have a lot of those symptoms where I'll start a project and it takes me a really long time to finish it. Like I could start with the clothes and then something will distract me and I'll start on that, and then something else will distract me and I'll start on that, and then something else will distract me and I'll forget about everything else that I started. So we're going to try our best. That is what we're going to do. I do find that I do a much better job though with getting everything done if I hide my phone. I know. Hide your phone? Yes. I literally have to hide my phone from myself and like put on a good TV show that actually interests me, that can keep me in the same spot for a long enough time to get done what I need to get done. So like right now I'm catching up on Real Housewives of Atlanta because I want to be ready for the reunion when it pops on. What's that, next week, I think. So I want to make sure that I can tune into that and not have to backtrack. If I don't do that, I'll put on like one of those like YouTube screensaver lo-fi music type of things. Usually the lo-fi will help me to like lock in and get the things done that I need to get done. But if I have that phone anywhere near me, if it dings, if it makes a move, if it vibrates, if I just think to myself, oh, I wonder if anybody left me a comment, 3 hours done for. So there's that. But yes, I got everything on the hangers that I needed to hang up. So we're going to go to the closet, hang all of this up. And then my intention is to tidy up the bathroom right quick because I cut my wig. Remember the long wig that I was wearing? Yeah, I was tired. I was tired of it. And I said, you know what? I like the part on this one much better than the part on the other, the one that I bought as a bob, because I feel like that one was You could tell it was a wig, if that makes sense. This one feels way more natural to me. And so I cut it. I did the little ponytail trick, and I just, and now we have a bob. Now, I don't know what that be doing back there, but I might cut it some more if I'm being honest. Anyway, let's go hang this stuff up. Thing about this closet, I don't know if I told y'all before, but me and my husband share our closet, right? The master closet. So his side is all over here and my side is here. It's very difficult for someone that likes to shop a lot and likes to have a lot of things and a lot of options. A lot of days I'm kind of like, ugh, I want to turn our guest room into a second closet for me so bad. But my parents come in town, Jasmine comes in town, my mother-in-law comes in town. Honestly, that's really only the 3 situations allowed to stay with us. But, you know, when they come in town, I know they don't want to, like, be surrounded by all my clothes and things. So I just have to make this work. Now, what I did recently was I used to have shoes lined up in this corner here. I recently took all those down and just like stacked them on this wall over here. I know you can't see it, but they're stacked up on this wall over here to give me a little bit of extra space. My concern, however, is the weight of everything. So I'm always trying to like space it out because I've had not 1, but 2 closets collapse on me before. It's not fun, okay? You wake up one morning, you think you're finna walk into your closet and do what you usually do, only to discover everything is collapsed on the floor, bars and all. And so I am just trying my hardest not to experience that again. So I think the next thing that I want to do in my closet is find a way to take these shoes down that are up top and give me more space. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't know why they decided to put 3 bars. Like, the 3rd bar is all the way up here. I literally have to use this like I'm at the mall. And because I'm only 5'4", according to my driver's license, I have to use a ladder. Like, there's no other way for me to get up there. Now I'm trying to decide, do I need to put in a load of laundry first or do the bathroom? Putting in a load of laundry makes sense, right? And yes, I do have to talk myself through this every single time. Because whites are easier for me to fold, I usually always start with the whites. And I pulled everything out of our shower, everything out of the bathroom that we had. Our towels are color coordinated here because the kids wash their own clothes. So my son has blue towels, my daughter mauve towels, and obviously as a millennial, me and my husband have white. That's what we like. That's what we're gonna use. Pampers are from Target. I love this washer and dryer combo that we got from Samsung. Now, we did buy this from Costco. When we first moved in, I wanted a front loading on both of them, and I wanted them to be able to handle the type of loads that we put in. So be able to handle some large loads. And when I tell y'all, we can fit so much into this washer and dryer, it is everything. And it makes cleaning so easy. See, all whites cleared out. Now for our detergent, I do use the Kirkland's brand. Sometimes we get Tide, sometimes we get Kirkland's. It just depends. We used to use the pods, but with the kids washing their own clothes and just going through so many pods, we decided to go back to regular detergent. So I have like a big bin down here that we just dump the detergent in to make it easy for them. And then we top it with Oxy powder. And we were using the Lysol sanitizer one. I think it's Lysol. Or was it Clorox? I don't know. But the sanitizer one that everyone was using, we were using that. However, with these children, honey, We had to really come back and be like, okay, what makes the most sense, especially getting them to learn how to wash their own laundry and take care of their clothes and all of that. So the detergent, the powder detergent, and the oxy powder made the most sense because we were just running through pods and liquid, just like running through it. So we stopped. I am going to set this up. I'm just putting it on white, and I'm gonna do a heavy soil just because I put so many whites in there. But all the settings are pretty much automatic, which I absolutely love because I ain't gotta think. Of course, my son has left some items on top of the dryer, so I'm gonna have him come down and get those. And I'm gonna take these. These are our clean sheets. We like to have out a set of clean sheets when the housekeeper comes, so she doesn't have to do any of that. She just makes our bed anew every time she comes in. So I'm gonna take these. I don't know how to fold, y'all. I don't know how to fold the fitted sheet. I never learned. And I've watched, I know, 10 different TikTok videos. Still couldn't grasp the concept. So I'm not even gonna try. But I will show you where I hide these until I know she's coming. Okay. So this is where I hide the sheets. Obviously, we have so many freaking pillows. When we first moved in, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna finally be able to have, like, you know, the aesthetic pillow life, right? All the pillows on the bed. I hate it, okay? My my husband literally will, like, not even attempt to put all the pillows back on the bed. He'll put our pillows that we sleep on, but then I'll have to come in and actually stack them and do all the aesthetic things when it comes to making the bed, because I think our bed right now has like 8 pillows on it in total, including the ones that we sleep on. And then I have these 4 pillows. 2 of these used to also be on the bed, and I got sick of that myself, so I just stopped. But yeah, it's a lot of pillows. I don't know if anybody asked me, like, would you have all those pillows again? I don't know. Maybe I would have stuck to like our 2 sleeping pillows and maybe 3 pillows, 2 or 3 pillows just for the decor. But the amount of pillows that I have, girl, is utterly ridiculous. And because we have a twin XL bed, we have 2 sets of fitted sheets. Again, I don't know how to fold them. I don't even try. I'm the girl that does this. Hey, I'm not putting the sheets on the bed. It don't make me no difference. Boom. But I will make sure that they're clean and washed. All right, so those were, I'm trying to make sure we have all of the pillowcases out, because child. And I don't know. Nope. I knew there was more. There's always more. Now, the sheets that we use that I am absolutely in love with are Cozy Earth sheets. I did a collaboration with Cozy Earth a couple of years ago, but I actually met their owners in New York before that, and they allowed me to become like an ambassador for them at that time. So I was getting pajamas, I was getting sheets, the blanket on my bed, this one right here, Cozy Earth. Like, so much is Cozy Earth. My kids' sheets are Cozy Earth. I love Cozy Earth sheets because they are bamboo sheets. Now, I wasn't going through perimenopause, menopause, or nothing like that at that time, but what I will say is now that I feel like it's approaching and I have some nights where I'm a little bit hotter than normal. I haven't had any hot flashes to my recollection, but I definitely have nights where I want to kick my husband out the bed because it just feels like his body heat is about to consume me at any moment and I'm going to burn the heck up. These help tremendously. We also have their duvet cover, but I am actually about to look for a new comforter because I don't know, I'm tired of the duvet. Like, when it doesn't go perfect, you know, on the bed, you got one side that's more full, one side that's kind of just flat. It's hard to like get it exactly how, well, I don't know. I know a lot of girls like the duvet. This was my first duvet. I might have liked it more if I had more filling in it. But because I don't, like, I just want a new comforter. So this is where I hide everything, sheet wise. It goes right up under here. And yes, we do have a linen closet, but my hair products are in there. So, you know, there's that. And then I just prop these pillows right back up. And of course, if we need to sit here or something, we just kind of throw them to the side until we, you know, are done. Sheets are done. Welcome to my bathroom, my oasis that you have seen so many times before. We are about to just tidy up my side. I may help my husband out a little bit. I don't know, girl. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. I went ahead and grabbed the vacuum, which I have the Samsung vacuum. Girl, I don't know which one it is, but I absolutely love it. It has so many different ways that it can be used. You can click it off here, make it a handheld. It has different compartments. Based on how tall you are, you can lengthen it, which obviously works for my husband. You can also click the bottom off too and attach a different attachment to it. So that is why I love it so much. But I cut, like I said, this wig the other day over here, and it was spur of the moment. I wasn't thinking, okay? I wasn't thinking. Had I been thinking, I would have made sure that the hair would have dropped to the floor and not around the bathtub. We have got to clean that up now. Now that that section is clean, now my housekeeper, she'll clean the tub and all of that. I just wanted to get the hair up, okay? Seeing a bunch of red hair just in a spot, not gonna work for me. I picked up these towels the other day from Costco that I thought would be so perfect for me to replace my towel. They are the multi-purpose noodle hand towel. I don't know if you've seen them, but there's a pack of 3 of them, and I thought, oh, this is so cute because when you're done washing your hands, you can do this. I don't know if you've watched me do my makeup, but when I do my makeup, I'm always like rubbing my hands. I hate for things to be on my hands. Like I hate for my hands to feel sticky. I don't know though, because when I bought these, I forgot that the towel rack was a rack. Like it's not an actual holder. So I don't think there's a way for me to just like, you know, put it here. There's not even a way for me to like clamp it around essentially and just kind of have it. So for now, I'm just gonna put it there until I figure it out, child. I ain't got that far in life, but it's so cute because you can also use it to like wash your dog. And so I wonder if Adonis and Rocky would like to bathe with a microfiber towel. I'll let my husband test it out. I washed Adonis one time and I said, that's enough for me, okay? As far as the sink and stuff goes, I mean, pretty much everything has a place, but I needed to get rid of a couple of empties. A lot of times I try to like save the empties for videos, but I think I'm just gonna start including them in my vlogs because it just takes too long. And me having all these empty bottles and containers around, not for the kid. So I emptied out some stuff this morning, and first up, Tatcha. Y'all know how I feel about Tatcha. It's in almost all my vlogs. I use that cleanser, okay? I did recently run out of my Bioderma micellar water, so I do need to re-up on this. I need to add it to my list. I'm out of one of my bottles of one size. I have several more bottles upstairs, so I'm not worried about that, as well as the infallible spray. Now, what I will tell you, use either one. Tit for tat. Just depends on what you want to spend. That's what this boils down to. I love this down to the ground, okay? That is my personal opinion, but y'all know how I feel about that one size oil sucker spray. So it just really depends on the purpose and what you're using it for, because I love Danessa Meyer's Yummy Bomb spray. Like, and you know, I use 3-4 sprays in one makeup application, so it don't make me no difference. But if you have been hesitant about the one size and you just needed a little bit more convincing, or you were looking for something comparable, more so your price point, the L'Oreal Infallible Spray will do the same thing pretty much. I think the difference is, I don't know if this one is waterproof. That's what I'll say. This one is waterproof. I'm not sure that this one is. And I'm looking at it. Oh no, it says waterproof. Well, there's that. It says waterproof, sweat resistant, clothes resistant, smudge resistant, and foam resistant. Well, alrighty then. That's news to me. I didn't know it was foam resistant too. This one says it's mattifying. This one doesn't say mattifying, but trust me, it's mattifying, Charles. There's that. Anyways, I'm gonna put these in recycling and then I'm gonna clean off the counter.
I wonder if the Lord's ready. Rock out your you won't be getting back my work your up. Rock out your rock out your you won't be getting back my work your up. Jump up rock out your jump up rock out your jump up bitch, I'm feeling it now. Beats that and knock it, the beats that and knock it. Beats that and knock it, the beats that and knock it. Clap like the run of a ball. Make that clap like the run of a ball. Make that clap like the run of a ball. Make that clap. Can't wait to see your face when I'm up. Can't wait to see your face. What? Can't wait to see your face when I'm up. Can't wait to see your face. What? 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 Oh yes, bitch. I wonder if the Lord's ready. Rock out your
So currently, excuse my daughter in the background being extra loud, but currently I just need to take a little break. I need to rearrange the couch, like just bring it back up on the carpet. Having these teenagers, they are constantly pushing the couch, pushing the couch, pushing the couch. My son and my husband, one of them broke the zipper on my main chaser, and I need to find an upholsterer to like fix it so that the couch can be back whole again. But in the meantime, this is a modular couch that we got from Ware's Furniture here in Dallas before they recently just closed all of their stores like last month. So even though it was under warranty, once a business goes out of business, there is no more warranty for it. So even though it's modular, it has two end pieces that make it difficult to like move around the way that I would want to, because I actually would like to bring it closer together and open up the room a bit more. Like this couch is really big, in my opinion, for this space as far as the living room goes. But currently I'm thinking about doing a little bit of decorating, moving into the fall. We've been in this house almost 3 years and I have yet to like truly try and decorate it. And that's kind of been like my kryptonite for all the homes I've lived in. I've always lived in them like no one lived. Like I haven't put any of my own sort of vibes to it, you know. I've always just moved in and whatever we had was what we had. I never added curtains or had art pieces or things like that. And so for whatever reason, I have this sudden spark of wanting to add and spruce up the house. That's why I keep saying I feel like I'm taking on a new identity. It's like I'm shedding all of these old parts of me that carried me through the last decade of my life, and just knowing like I can't carry all of these things forward. They don't even interest me anymore. So I'm like dealing with that, which is why I think part of my funk is also a little bit of grief. Like I'm grieving. It's coming up on a year actually at the end of this week of when I announced that my business was closed and no longer operating. So I think I'm just going through like that kind of cycle of grief where it's like, oh wow, I'm grateful and I'm celebrating I made it a year, right? But also like there's a grief to that, but then also like it's just this shedding that I'm going through. I'm going through like this, I don't know how to explain it, but I can feel it. I don't know how to explain it to anybody. I don't know how to tell people what I'm really, really going through. I just know that the only word that I can use to describe it is I'm shedding. Like I'm shedding the old me. I'm shedding an old identity. It's almost like a snake, you know, shedding and just forming a new version of myself. And it's a little scary because I was really comfortable with the last version of myself. The last version of myself did extremely well up until like the last year and a half, right? But the last version of myself was a wealthy girl. She was really doing it out here in these streets. This version though is different because I feel at peace. I have a peace that I didn't have in the last version of myself. I have a knowing of myself that I didn't have the last go round. Like, I feel very sure of who I am. I feel very confident of who I am. I was telling my girlfriend Jasmine when she was here that it's so interesting to me how the last version of myself, I was quote unquote rich, wealthy, all the money, right? But I was so obese. I was so overweight. I was always stressed. I was always irritated. I was never fully at peace. I just always felt like I was jumping from one thing to the next. I was solving one problem, jumping into another solution. Like I was just always going. And being in this season of slowdown, albeit a little difficult to just adjust to like slowing down and being more present and being more available. It has been difficult because I was accustomed to the version that could just get up and go and do whatever she wanted to do when she wanted to do it. Where now it's like I actually am thinking about everybody else around me and, how can I be more available or more present or, just be there. Just actually know what's going on and what's happening. And it's not all about me. So I think, the last version very much was selfish for sure. But there's a caveat to that. I do feel like, and I'll stand by this, if you want to be wealthy in life, really wealthy, you do have to be selfish. You do. That's the sacrifice that you're going to have to make. If the goal is I want to be wealthy to take care of everybody else around me, you're going to have to be selfish for however many years it takes in order to get there. Now, if that's not the goal, then there's no need to be selfish. If you're content and comfortable with where you are, you don't have to be. But it takes a certain level of insanity and selfishness to get there. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about on this vlog. But I just be going on tangents. But yeah, I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, I want to put up curtains. So I'm going to pop up some pictures because I put them in my broadcast channel. If you're not in my broadcast channel, definitely jump into my broadcast channel. And I was asking my faves, like, which one do you think? One of them had like green curtains. One of them had oatmeal curtains. And so I'm going to pop them on here and I want you to tell me in the comments, like, which one you think. And we're going to get started on the project. Like, I really want to get the living room done this fall as well as the dining room for sure. And then hopefully, I can get some sort of arrangement going with one of these amazing furniture companies out here that I would love to work with and get my bedroom done. That is goals for me, okay? But if not, like, I'll just invest in myself because that's what you do in life. You spend the money on the things that you want, and then move to the bedroom. But yeah, I just want this house to start looking like a home. And I think the next version of me requires that. It requires that warmth. It requires that invitation. It requires spaces that complete me. So yeah. Anyways, they're in the kitchen, so I can't really clean the kitchen. And I'm kind of hungry myself. So I'm going to make me some lunch. And if I have the energy afterwards, I'll get started on my office. Don't know if I'm going to finish that today, but we'll see, girl. It's lunchtime. So for lunch today, I'm actually going to do leftovers. Last night for dinner, I actually made us Chipotle bowls. A little hack for my moms out there that was incredibly inexpensive. I did the Chipotle chicken from Costco, which y'all know it's only like $11.99, I think, so $12 for a big bag of chicken. This is what was left over from what we ate last night. And then I made some black beans. I did some cilantro lime rice, and I did some corn as well. Y'all know this alone probably cost $3, $4 with taxes. So in total, 15 bucks for some Chipotle bowls. But then what I did, Chipotle is not too far from us. I went to Chipotle only because I didn't feel like going to the grocery store. That's really what this was. You could get it a lot cheaper, but the convenient mom in me was like, mm-mm. So I went to Chipotle. I ordered a side of their tomato salsa. I ordered a side of their corn salsa. I got a honey vinaigrette. My daughter likes queso, so I got her queso. We don't do all the other things. And you know, right now you can't eat lettuce, child. So there's that. And everybody was able to make them a bowl, clearly with plenty left over for the next day. So I feel like what I would have paid for one bowl at Chipotle for myself, I was able to get 6 or 7 bowls. Like, and it's the perfect meal prep meal. It really is. Like, if you want a good balance, very healthy, it's the perfect way to do it. And that's what I really like about the Chipotles and the Cavas and the sweet greens and the original Chop House. And I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. So yeah, I'm gonna put the salsa on and the corn salsa because they're both cold after I heat up the chicken and all of that. And then I'm gonna turn the camera off for a little while and finish catching up on Real Housewives. I'm really proud of myself though, because I have not touched my phone in 2 hours. That's a high, okay? That's a PR, personal record, if you will. And look, there's still so much more left. Like, the kids can make them a bowl if they want to. If they don't, it's cool. I can eat a bowl for dinner. I'm somebody that can eat a bowl 24/7. Like, bowls never get old for me. But it's perfect. And the cilantro lime, not cilantro lime. And the cilantro lime rice that I bought. Do y'all know that yellow Mexican rice is it Mahatma? I don't know. But they have a cilantro lime one. So you ain't even got to try to get your own limes, your own cilantro. Just make that in a rice cooker and call it a day. It took me less than 20 minutes. And we were all satisfied. So yeah, I'm going to put this in the microwave. And then I'll catch y'all if I have energy to go to this office afterwards. I didn't necessarily run out of energy, but I did need an energy boost because the moment I opened this door to this office, whoo, I said, okay. Because if you recall, last week, I gave away a bunch of old products and stuff. So there's just like a lot of stuff on the floor here. Now, I'm not about to do a whole organizational type of situation because there's still more boxes and stuff to go through in the garage. So it doesn't really make sense. Like, I would be doing double, triple the work. I need to wait until that is actually all cleared and complete. But in the meantime, I'm just going to clear the clutter off the floor so that this space is functional for me. Because one thing about it, the whole house could be a hot mess, but my office is like the one place that's like sacred to me. It's like my space. Nobody else is ever in here but me. And so I like it to be very clean, clutter free. Like, it allows me to think and just process all my thoughts and do what I need to do. And coming in here like this, not gonna work. I might have bit off a little bit more than I could chew in a day. Just a little bit, not too much. My knees are burning. However, I did manage to get all the things up off the floor, which was my biggest goal, was just having the floor clear. Now, this is the thing that I'm still working through and I'm still going through. Even after we did the first round, I realized there's still so much more that I need to release and let go of. The only thing left to do is putting up the books as far as today, as far as my capacity. putting up all the books that I have out, because I've gotten quite a few new books recently, and then my devotional books, Bible, all of that. So like putting all of that up and vacuuming. And that's all that I think I can handle for today. All right, step one of shedding the old me, I guess that's what we'll call it, is done. That felt really good. It actually felt really good. And I am not like a natural born cleaner by any means. I like things organized. I like things in order. I like things clean. I just like to outsource who does the cleaning. I don't like for it to be me. But every now and again, I get a little spark, a little boost that just helps reset the tone and just shift the narrative of whatever I may have going on in my head mentally that, you know, that I need to work out. Just kind of shake it loose and let it go. This office, having all that stuff up off the floor definitely helped. It was like, as I was picking things up, although I was exhausted, my knees was like, who girl, who you think you is, what you think you're doing? It was like the little weights were lifting. They were lifting. And then, girl, look, I found me a little Costco check while I was doing it. It might have only been for $20, but hey, we got something to go to Costco with, okay? So, you know, it's worth it to clean up. I have found a lot of things recently. Girl, I found my passport card in one of my old planners last week when I was going through stuff to give away. So this is definitely a process, because why is my passport card in one of my planners? I don't know. Have no idea. Can't tell you. But I'm grateful that I found it and I didn't give it to anybody. Hello. So anyways, girl, that is going to be the end of my cleaning for the day. I actually am going to sit down and read. It's been a long time since I actually felt like I had the time to sit down and read with nothing else taking my time or distracting me. I'm actually going to sit down and read today. Jasmine has been begging me to start reading Kennedy Ryan books, and I actually own them, but I had so many other books that I wanted to get to. But I'm actually going to start today. I'm going to start with Before I Let Go. And so I'll circle back. If you are a late bloomer to the Kennedy Ryan party like me, please let me know that I'm not in this alone. Because, you know, peer pressure is real. But I'm really about to dive off into that for the rest of the day until it's time for me to, I guess, cook dinner. And I will pick this thing back up tomorrow. See you later, babe. Love you. Bye.